watching KARK4 News at 4.
Well, this school year, some students are trading in their backpacks for laptops, attending a virtual school rather than a traditional one. I'm joined by Daniel Caesar, the middle school assistant principal at Arkansas Connections Academy, which is a full-time online school. Daniel, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thanks. It's my pleasure to be here.
So first of all, walk us through what is Arkansas Connections Academy?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love answering it. So we are a fully online, tuition-free public school in the state of Arkansas, and we serve students kindergarten through 12th grade, and anyone in our state is welcome to enroll.
Okay, so for those who are looking to enroll, what would make a student a better choice for online learning versus in-person, face-to-face learning?
Yeah, I get that. I get asked that quite a bit, and I don't think that there's really something that makes someone better suited for our school. We're really there for anyone that wants the opportunity to have more of a flexible schedule. But we do get a lot of students that tend to have some sort of maybe a social issue at school, or they don't feel like they're getting the education that they deserve at their local school district. And then we also have some students that maybe they can't sit in their chair for 8 hours a day at school, and so they need some form of different individualized education plan for them.
And going off that, I know you mentioned one of the things is a flexible schedule, but what are some of the positives of working virtually versus in person?
Great question. So with that flexible schedule that we've got, students can travel as they need to for maybe sports competitions or different programs that they're involved with that require them to not be able to be in that traditional setting that our school systems have right now. And so that flexibility really just allows them to do their schoolwork on the time that works best for them.
Okay. So what would a normal school day look like then if a student was working online virtually through the academy here?
Yeah, so that's actually challenging because a normal school day isn't going to be the same for every student with that flexible aspect. But the same thing that does happen for all students is they will get lessons assigned on their planner each day. And so they can choose to do them right then and there that day, or they can do them in the evening. And some students work a day or two ahead, so that way they don't have to work on their schoolwork the next day. And then every day there is a live session with the teacher, that way they have the opportunity to have their questions answered and get that direct instruction.
Great, because I think, that's maybe one of the questions that parents have. I know for me when I was a student, having that, like after school work with some of the teachers where I had to ask questions, that was beneficial. So I'm glad to hear that there is that opportunity for students.
Yes, and all of our teachers are state certified. So we follow all the public school expectations. We're fully accredited, and so all of our teachers are certified, and we are available throughout the day for our students.
And I know one concern that maybe families would bring up is the socialization aspect. That's the one thing about a face-to-face school is that you have a bunch of kids all in the same area and they're all working together. So how does that work in terms of online? Yeah,
that's socialization at our school is one of my favorite things. So we have 2 major field trips throughout the year.
Oh, cool.
One's at the beginning, and we're actually doing it at Hot Springs this year at Magic Springs. And then at the end of the year, we go to the Little Rock Zoo together as a school. And all of our students, their entrance is taken care of for that. And then throughout the year, almost 2 or 3 field trips a month are offered throughout the state in different regions. So there are opportunities throughout the year for every area of the state.
Great, so there are ways that kids can still come together and have that kind of classroom experience, but just separately.
Yeah, the in-person socialization is very important for that, but there are virtual socialization opportunities also. We offer clubs, and we also offer time for students to talk to each other face-to-face through the video and through chat pod in our live sessions with the teachers.
Wow, this is so interesting. I'm learning so much about that. Hopefully people at home did too. So yeah, Daniel, thank you so much for coming in and telling us a little bit about your school.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, and we're going to have more info on our website. You can also visit their website as well for more information.